He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to Armstrong Entertainment. This is Chad here and I watched the Netflix series The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. Now let me just start off by saying I never watched the original film until maybe a year ago. It was just one of those films as a child that I missed out on and I never got a chance to see. So I wasn't really sure if I would like this going in because I didn't have this connection to the story, but boy was I wrong. Now I know this came out nearly a month ago, but I really just wanted to give it a quick shout out because I loved it so much. So this series is based off the 1982 Jim Henson film. This is a prequel, so obviously it tells a story before it gets into that movie. And I'm not really sure who the audience for this was because this show was slightly terrifying and sad and graphic, and I was just so shocked with some of the things I was seeing. I was not prepared for it. It's not like the 1980s when our parents would just let us watch anything that would scare the shit out of us. Do you remember these movies that came out in the 1980s? How were these appropriate for children? Nowadays, I would not let my kids watch this show if they were like under 10 years old because, like I said, it is pretty gruesome. So with all that disclaimer, I really enjoyed the fact and how dark it went. I just probably wouldn't be watching it with my kids, but as soon as it started off, I was brought into this world that was so unique and different. And again, I'm not a big connoisseur of the original film, so I couldn't remember certain things, but all of the vocabulary, the characters, the different types of beings, it was just so much to take in that the first 3 episodes I might have to watch again because I was utterly confused. And they used this language that I didn't understand. I mean, it was English, but they used these words that I didn't understand. So I watched everything on subtitle. And I'm glad I did because I think I caught a lot more by doing that. And also, all of the characters, a lot of them look very, very similar to each other. And they say they cast voices that were very different from each other so you could differentiate between who was who. But I still had a hard time until about episode 4. Now, episode 4 is where everything came together for me. That's when I started getting comfortable with who these people were, these characters, these puppets, because these are puppets, and it is incredible what they're able to do these days with them. They're showing emotion, and the way they move and act is just incredible. They're these little creatures that seem so realistic, and they've just really improved on the original film. I don't even know if I could go back and watch the original film because of what they have done now. So if you've been thinking about watching The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, I highly recommend it. Try to get to at least episode 4 because that's where everything turned for me and where I started really enjoying it. Yes, it's a little hard to watch more than 1 episode at a time, but once you're in. You're involved with these characters' lives and what's going on in the story, and I'm a fan now. I was never a big Dark Crystal fan before, but now I am, and if it looks interesting to you at all, I highly recommend checking it out. I can't wait to see what they do next, and I hope they continue with the series. It's called The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, and it is on Netflix streaming right now. Until next time.
He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.